winning. Let's talk about it, what it means. Winning so much. I mean, is it okay to win too much that your head's going to be spinning around, that you're not going to want to win anymore? For me, I'm greedy, and I say I want to keep on winning and winning and winning. And someone's going to say, like, kid, aren't you tired of winning? And be like, no, man.
I never get tired of winning.
We can't get tired of winning. And why am I saying winning so much? Because today's an awesome show, and I promise you guys it would be an awesome show. Now, yes, this is some good news I'm reading, but it doesn't mean to get lazy. Sanders.
Just motivation.
All across the board right now, at least as it stands, the majority of the Super Tuesday states is, guess what, guys? Not losing, not dead last, but winning.
Oh, so he isn't dead last then. That's new math.
Yeah, well, hold on. At least wait. At least according to that
Unfortunately,
video,
he's not third place because we all know. We all know that's where we want to be.
according to that video we saw earlier, they got to readjust their math. But the guy is saying like, well, he's not dead last.
I guess we'll have to go back to old math then.
where one is first place, which means it's ahead, and first, which means that person is winning. Why is this a good thing though? So
I'm glad you broke down what winning meant.
Yes, because
We win by winning.
Yes.
And-
Send it over to MSN.
MSNBC, this is for you.
So as it stands right now, Sanders has already visited all but a handful of the 14 Super Tuesday states, and he'll campaign at a rapid pace across the country in the final hours before March 3rd. The Vermont senator will spend Friday and Saturday even in Senator Elizabeth Warren's home state of Massachusetts. On Monday, Sanders will hit Utah and Minnesota. We're poised to do well on Super Tuesdays, Sanders told his organizers and volunteers on a call on Thursday. We have money, and we're putting TV ads and radio ads on the newspaper and all stuff. But I've always believed that what's most important is that we are investing in a grassroots movement, and that's why I believe we stand an excellent chance to win in the Democratic primary. So again, Sanders is rallying his team. According to data from Ad Analytics, Sanders has spent close to $16 million in 14 states, and he's doing such a fantastic job. You know, there's another guy who's been spending a lot of money and not even getting close. That's right, Mayo Doomberger. Leaving Senator Amy Klobuchar in a distant second place at about $3.8 million. Former Vice President Joe Biden, you know, the comeback kid, is focused on saving his campaign in South Carolina. Only went up by a six-figure ad in several Super Tuesday states this week. He has at least 915,000 so far.
That's not good.
But hold on, Kira, it's since 2019, since throughout that year, guys, we've been told, hey, fall in line. He's a front runner. It's inevitable. Oh, wait. Rewind back the clock.
Strategy.
1988, 2008. He didn't fail not once, but twice, and this is the third time he's failing. He didn't win any of his primary states. Not first place in New Hampshire and in Iowa, dead last, like fourth place or fifth place. In Nevada, second place at 17%. What?
Yeah.
What? How? What?
So,
No.
Kira, you were saying, this is interesting because if we remember, we covered this before. Remember when Kamala Harris, right before I was like, I'm going to put a few $1 million into Iowa. That'll work out.
Uh-huh.
And now here we have Biden going, let me put a few $100,000 into South Carolina. That'll work out. That, you know, you're always in a safe place, but you're like, okay, let's just put $1 million in the last day. That'll
Right.
show.
And I think that the strategy for Biden is like, if I win South Carolina, I'm going to have a bunch of momentum going into Super Tuesday, right?
That's not guaranteed.
That's a ridiculous way of thinking, isn't it?
Well,
I mean, the states, the state, especially like South Carolina and California, like the states pride themselves on being different, and
Right.
you know, like
And there's an interesting
bad
caveat,
strategy.
too.
That's the thing. He's put himself in a dilemma
Right.
because if he doesn't do that and he performs really bad, because his entire hype machine is the blacks love me. I promise the blacks love me.
But there's another perspective too, and that is, looking at South Carolina. Okay, let's say in that scenario, I don't know, Biden wins, or which of the Democrats win. Predominantly throughout history, in the general election, because the Electoral College votes matter the most, not popular vote, South Carolina has predominantly been red. Now, can Sanders turn that state blue? Potentially, there is a possibility of that happening. But can any of the neo-centrists do that, neoliberals? The answer is no, but there's a couple other things too. Bernie Sanders' campaign has also been prioritizing and reaching out to independent voters and non-voters throughout this Democratic primary, and they have stated that we have an unprecedented opportunity to expand the Democratic electorate this cycle, and we aren't going to waste it. And however, though, Biden did add a quote in this article, and this article has it here as stated. This is from Joe Biden. Hang on, folks. hang on to your seats.
And your
about,
kids.
About Sanders. About Sanders. He's not going to come anywhere near generating the kind of participation of young folks that Barack Obama did in 2008.
By the way, do you know he
Biden
was
said.
Vice President of Barack Obama?
I don't know. Some guy.
Wait, who's Barack Obama?
Yeah, I don't know. Oh, you mean that Republican, that moderate Republican that was in the White House that, I don't know, forgave the banks and Wall Street and major corporations? Gee, at Obama. Oh, wait, that's right. Joe was the VP for Obama.
I always
oh
loved
my
Joe's
God.
point of view. If it was good, I did it with Obama. If it was bad, Obama was leading on that
Obama
effort.
was the leader.
Biden is so happy to throw Obama under a bus.
Yeah, well, to be fair, Obama's pretty happy to throw Biden under a bus too.
Obama
so
hasn't even endorsed him, which
I
is
think
fantastic.
they deserve each other a little
Yeah.
bit, right?
Yeah, I know. It's again, it just says a lot about this entire campaign. But at the end of the day, just because Bernie Sanders is campaigning across these different states for Super Tuesday, just because he's doing well, doesn't mean to take it easy. That's a final note. I keep saying this, but you guys got to remember it. Remember the rules and regulations of your state's primary laws. Know your rights as a voter and be prepared to turn out to vote, and know your rights and voter participation. If you want Sanders to win, go out to vote, canvass, phone bank, hold rallies. Make sure you read over the regulations of your state's primary laws so that you are prepared, because this is the moment where we can bring
Talk
change.
to your friends, talk to your neighbors. I think we leave a lot of that out. I
Yeah.
mean, just by having casual conversation, I'm able to bring people over to the Bernie side of things pretty easily. So,
All right, but we do got to move on to our next story, though.
dude, you want to read that super chat? Or-
Yeah. Ooh, super chat. Yes. Audit Press. Align with First Amendment auditors for 1 million more voters. All right. Thank you so much for the $2 super
Make
chat.
sure the votes work.
Yeah, make sure that
Yeah, I
happens.
just want to say that a little prediction. If Sanders does win the popular vote in South Carolina, what we're going to see is the news will immediately go, "Oh, it's Republicans. Republicans did it," because of that ad we covered the other day.
You know, that they might.
Bernie, it wasn't legitimate.
But at the same
Trump
time,
people.
the argument is that, like, oh,
But it's an open primary
Sanders won't
state.
get crossover votes.
If Sanders
because-
can't get Republicans, well, that's terrible. He can't get crossover support. If Sanders does get crossover support, well, that's terrible.
Well, of
he's
course,
aligning
I
with
mean,
Republicans.
Damned if you do, damned if you don't.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Paul
Go ahead,
Watson.
Paul.
I don't want to come across as too hopeful on South Carolina. The polls, the most recent polls, even have Bernie 9 points down from Biden. So I just want to reiterate that while we're hopeful, and even though that polling is notoriously a little bit difficult in South Carolina, let's not get our hopes up, but also realize that if Bernie doesn't win but has a decent showing, that doesn't tank his campaign at all. So just it's not in the tank for Bernie. Just
Yeah, let's
putting that out
actually,
there.
on that note, let's all give our predictions of where we think Bernie will do in South Carolina for reference. I think he'll lose by 5.
I was going to say lose by 7.
Gonna win by 95?
I'm
Win
going
by-
to be optimistic, and I'm going to say that
Eternal optimist.
I'm going to say that he's beating Biden by at least 5 or 7 points in South Carolina. I think. he'll
Wow,
pull ahead.
wow, wow, wow,
I think.
wow.
I think he'll
That's
pull
like
ahead.
Hillary Clinton losing in Michigan.